Boko Haram are terrorists, right? Just a day after they have, I don't know whether they deny Nnamdi Kanu, or Nnamdi Kanu refused for them to try him because Nnamdi Kanu saw that where they are heading to is just to criminalize him and convict him, to call him as convict in the future. After that day, the following day, the army confirmed, the Nigerian military confirmed that they are rehabilitating 800 ex-Boko Haram fighters.
Hello, welcome to this channel. There is this video I came across and I would like us to watch it together. But before we do that, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that. Click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to keep being part of this. Then as you watch, do not forget to react and also drop your comments in the comment section.
Good evening everyone, thanks for joining me in this video. Anytime I come out here to give you news about insecurity, always pay attention to it. Now, how many of you remember this news? I broke it last month, even before the military now come out to confirm it, okay? I broke this news last month. What is the news all about? I said that before the Boko Haram, Buhari started putting Boko Haram into the military and rehabilitating them, we raised alarm that these people are not going to change, that these people, they are just using them. Federal government knows what they are doing. That these people are on a mission. There is nothing we did not say. What happened? They still put them into the military and so on and so forth. What happened at the end? We were vindicated when these members of Boko Haram who were put into the military cut away ammunition, run away with him, lost everything that they gave them. So when that thing happened, we were vindicated, and a lot of people say, "Oh, what you said is true." Now I have come to tell you another one. Pay attention. I just saw this. I saw this publication today, this morning, that Nigerian military confirms 800 ex-Boko Haram fighters undergoing rehabilitation. Now, Boko Haram are terrorists, right? Just a day after they have, I don't know whether they deny Nnamdi Kanu, or Nnamdi Kanu refused for them to try him because Nnamdi Kanu saw that where they are heading to is just to criminalize him and convict him, to call him as convict in the future. After that day, the following day, the army confirmed, the Nigerian military confirmed that they are rehabilitating 800 ex-Boko Haram fighters undergoing rehabilitation. So, I will only say lecture and leave you to hear the rest, okay? Now, let's understand what happened, okay? Let's go to the details of the news. It reads that no fewer than 800 former Boko Haram fighters who surrendered to the Nigerian military are currently undergoing de-radicalization as part of the efforts to reintegrate them into the society, the defense headquarters has revealed, okay? Now, remember what I told you, that sometimes, all these things could be a very difficult task. Some of them, if they don't have money again, they don't have food, they don't have anything, they will just go and say, we repent. After feeding them, do everything, they'll still run back. This is what is going on now. This was made known by the Chief of Defense Training and Operation, Emeka Ono-Majoro, on Monday during an interview on Chinese television Morning Brief. He explained that while a total of 129,000 Boko Haram fighters and their family has been arrested, only 800 selected individuals are undergoing rehabilitation, stating that many of those in custody remain in Kainji while a special court reviews their cases. We are waiting, okay? That 129,000 Boko Haram has been arrested. We are waiting, okay? We are going to track everything this man said. Now, according to the statement, those found guilty face legal consequences, whereas others deemed suitable for rehabilitation undergo de-radicalization, a process that lasts approximately 1 year. Remember that before I talked about this process of de-radicalization, they talk and so on and so forth. Someone who is a Boko Haram member, it takes a lot of psychological work for you to change the idea. It's not possible. It's an impossible mission, because this has to do with religion, what they believe. They are doing it, they are saying that they are doing the work of God. Now, addressing concerns about whether a 1-year program is sufficient to reintegrate the ex-terrorists into the society, Ono-Majoro insisted that the initiative is managed by trained professionals. I don't know, but these people know what they are doing. Now, why am I so concerned about this? This is the same situation where we have been calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time ago. But these people feel that Nnamdi Kanu is a threat to them. Why? Because Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist, he's an influencer. A great influencer that can change the mind of everybody just with his words. They are looking at him that when this man is released, he's going to cause a lot of things against us. And he's not going to do it in a way that they know we find him guilty. But look at, Boko Haram members are being rehabilitated. They will give them house, give them everything, and you still believe that this country is going to work again? Anyway, let's continue with the article. It says that he clarified that not all 129,000 surrender individuals are part of the program, as the only those vetted through legal process are admitted. He said, to get the numbers right now, we have about 129,000 surrendered Boko Haram members and their families. 129,000 Boko Haram surrenders. Wow. We are professional army, and when you are in combat and an opponent surrenders, then you take him and let the legal process take its natural course. Right now, it continues. It says, right now, some of them are in detention facilities. Some of them are in Kainji and others in special court that goes through all of them. Those who are found culpable face the books, and those that are going to the radicalized go through the process, and this takes about 1 year. It is possible because the radicalization is done by professionals. That 1 year period is sufficient enough depending on the people handling the radicalization, he said. The number taken is not huge. As I said, we have 129,000 Boko Haram members and families. It doesn't mean the 129,000 are going through the program. The article continues, but let me just stop it here. So, what we are saying is that why they keep on denying Nnamdi Kanu bail and so on and so forth, this is what these people are doing. They are, freeing Boko Haram members more and more. They call it de-radicalization, okay? Now, another evil I see about this thing is that why the Southeast governors keep on killing their own. The Northerners are making sure that all this Boko Haram will have a smooth ground, where they can just wake up today, I said, no, I want to repent. And after giving them all they want, according to what happened, based on experience, they will still go back. It keeps going on. Why some persons from the North as well are telling them not to release Nnamdi Kanu, but they never said, don't forgive Boko Haram, don't do this to Boko Haram. Then the Southeast governors are still joining them. Some of the politicians are still joining them to incarcerate their own. This is what I have found out about what is going on.
Instead of them to actually discuss the 1999 constitution, it is a fraud already. That constitution is a fraud. Now, what you are doing now, you want to start, advancing the interest of those religious groups to actually now confirm that Nigeria is an Islamic state. And let me tell you something that people don't know. This thing was caused by the British. Between 1900 and 1960, they knew that they cannot govern the North except they allowed them to practice their religion, and they were using their religious leader to basically govern them. It is called indirect rule. Immediately after independence, 1960, the British knew that they shouldn't have forged these two people together. They know. But because they want to achieve the divide and rule and to be able to conquer and take our resources and steal whatever they want to steal over the years, they merged these two people together. They could not govern the North and South under one religious or administration. They know. So they're not giving independent and march you people to work together. That was why the 1960 coup started. That was how the Civil War started. Now, 86, Babangida came with the OIC stuff, tried to Islamize us. It didn't work. In 2000, 1999-2000, when Obasanjo came, he permitted them to start practicing Sharia. Today now, they want to consolidate it. Once you remove that person, all of us, whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Jukun, Christian, traditional, you are now under the law, the Islamic law, because they put it in the constitution.
In fact, listening to the member that was representing Ahoda East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State, I want to get his words. He said, personal matters, that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. You know, is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. Do you know Constantinople? Today's Turkey? They were almost 98% Christian before now. Today, it's an Islamic country. I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Alijani. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I scored A. That's excellent in Islam. So I know them. It may take them 1,000 years to Islamize Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, all this Jersey will come. They will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, today's Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. You understand? So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to be specific, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, but I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart, and you can do whatever you want in your area. I've come to that conclusion that I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together, or people should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy here. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not live here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either. Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country, on paper. We're a secular nation. What kinds of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having, and what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds? At least they've made the first step, which is dropping this bill and ensuring that it doesn't go through. But in subsequent conversations that you said will inevitably come up, what should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, we have now North Sudan, South Sudan. I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue because they will not stop. I've told you it may take 1,000 years. They will still do it. But if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have enough, they remain there, and you have the sovereignty down south, then you can do what you want. But if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jersey and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. It took hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history will tell you that you cannot assuage these people. Who owns those banks? I did a lot of research, and I want our audience to go and find out the owner of Taj Bank, and the other bank. Then the picture will start getting clear to you. You have the Jaiz Bank and you have the Taj Bank. It is an open source information. Go on the internet, the board of directors, you will see the shareholders. I don't want to mention them on national television. Go and do your research. And you're beginning to understand. You begin to understand what I said, that people have been sponsoring terrorism because they want to Islamize Nigeria. Now Tinubu has come, and it's a little bit very hard on them. That section, the kinetic approach, is failing. So they are now trying to bring it through the constitution, want to legalize it. If we cannot go through the bush and kill as many people, and they are still resisting us, and this man has come and is fighting this is just killing all the fighters, then let us go to the house and bring it in through the back door. We just remove that clause, personal. They will not know. They may not pay attention. They will just, and that is it. They will still do this thing. Go and find out the owners of those banks. They are the ones sponsoring these narratives. And I always say it on television, go after the sponsors. Those guys speaking in the house, they are just paid to do that. And with time, they're going to bribe the remaining ones, and they will pass it. If not this year, it may be 10 years time. If it's not 10 years time, it may be 50 years. They are going to Islamize this country. But I think the solution, what we should be discussing with people should try to understand we are not the same people. The North and South are not the same. The British understood. That's what they are doing indirectly, and they deliberately merge us so that we can continue to fight like this, and they can continue to take our resources away.
Speaking about the British, there are several theories out there in terms of all of this Chatham House moves and why our leaders always go to the West before elections. Do you think that the influence of the British about this particular matter and more is significant? Has it waned? Is it still growing? What should be done about it?
No, what the British did is just like what the Belgians, the other, like the French, is the same method of giving you independence, but they know that you are not independent. Why do you go to Chatham House?
Thank you for watching this video. Please leave your contribution in the comment section and also do well to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.